Hey guys, welcome back to another Witness Minecraft episode. Last time we worked on that iron farm that you can see over there, and unfortunately we had some issues with some chunks, as you can see here. Now I think I found a good solution for this exact issue. Now there's a few ways you can solve this, and the easiest way you can do this by is by sort of identifying which region file is sort of corrupted and just simply deleting it if there's no other region, any other structures that you need to worry about in there. Finding out which region is not that easy either. From the looks of it, it looks like since we are in the spawn island is somewhere over here in the actual map, that technically should be the first region file. So if I open up my Minecraft folders, which is over here, if I open up the actual Minecraft folder, this folder, the actual witness folder, you can see if I go to the region file, there's a bunch of region files here, right? So the first region is this one over here, and if I deleted that file, where is it? The first region is that one there. So let me get out of the game, just make sure the game doesn't corrupt. Again, let me quickly delete that. Don't worry, I got some backups here, as you can see. I'm gonna open up the world again and it'll regenerate my first region. Now that should do the trick. The easiest way to find that out is by looking into the map. Now if you remember there was an actual chunk that was floating over there, and that seems to be fine now. Like all my regions are reset as they were before the game was corrupted. And let me actually pull up the map. Whoops. Pull up the map. So right now it's chunked. I'm not in the actual map region. I need to get there. Let me make myself some quick rockets so I can fly. Alright, so let's take off. On the map you should be able to see my chunks. Hey, look at that. All my chunks got regenerated just fine. And see, so in the actual top bottom, all my chunks got reset. So my previous region is working. Nothing's changed here. Everything is as I left there. So that means everything is working. Nice. So that was kind of easy for me because I knew which region that was somewhat corrupted. But in a case where if you're not sure which region you're working with, there's a way you can sort of look into the actual coordinates, but that requires you doing some math. But that shouldn't be that bad. But in a case where you have a region where where you have actual structures that you made in your world, and if that part of the world is corrupted, you can sort of reset the actual chunks themselves, if that helps. The way you can do that is using this external tool called MCA selector. Let me show you how to do that. Now I'm using this external tool to where's that tool? It's taking a while. There you go. So this is what I was talking about earlier, the MCA selector. Now you can actually open up a world. So in this case, I want to look at this region folder. So just make sure that you select the region folder. I'll put in a link to this world here. I need to clear my caches. It'll actually regenerate all the actual images for all your chunks. So right now, that is this part of the world I didn't explore. That's why the chunks are not there. But everywhere else you can see in the world, these are the actual regions that I explored, and And if you want to trim out the actual by sort of, you can delete regions by themselves. And if, for instance, if you're sure that you're not going to fly into this region once again, I can just simply select all these regions and just say delete selected chunks, and it'll delete all that chunks, and hence it'll be ready for regeneration once the world is ready. So that's how if you have any structures within the world corrupted, that's the easiest way to let me actually pan. Whoops. So say for instance, if you have this chunk that is like say one of these chunks are corrupted, you can just simply delete that chunk, or even you can even swap the chunks if you wish. So you can do things like that. There's a selection and tool just called chunk called swap chunk, so you can swap the chunks if you feel like it. Yeah, so this is like a MC edit tool, but it's much easier to deal with. Cool. I'll cut to the next clip when I have it. You know what this looks like? All these tridents I cannot pick up, but the one I killed dropped a trident. Oh yeah, finally. This took forever to show up. I never used this before in the game, so this is my first ever trident. Ooh, I think I lost it. I think I need a loyalty enchantment here, and I got a bunch of villages that actually sell me that. Yeah, I'm gonna. Oh man, look at that! I think what I'm gonna end up using is the. I know for sure that you can only apply either. Can't remember. It's either the Riptide or the other enchantment. You can only select one of them. So I'm gonna go with Riptide because I want the I want to throw these pearls as far as I could, and I'll show you guys what I mean when it comes to it. What am I doing? I'm trying to get this farm more efficient. Really, it's not as efficient it could be. And as you guys saw early in the video, I'm making a map in the middle of the island. And if you're asking Xfast, why are you making a map in the middle of the island instead of somewhere off to the edge? This is because with 1.14, I think 1.14, or maybe it's 1.13 thing, you can lock these maps. So once I fill in the first map for the first puzzle, I can lock it, and actually from that point onwards I can then simply reuse the same map, same sort of background for the map or the actual map area to rebuild all the other puzzles in the same area. And once I finish that area, I can move to a different area and then change all the background tiles and keep reusing the same sort of map throughout the whole pretty much for all the actual puzzles. And the reason why I built this in the middle of the island is that the middle of the island is where the actual town is, and that'll be the last area I'm going to be touching, because in the game that's where so if you remember in the Venus game, the town area is pretty much the end game area where you see all sort of different puzzles from different areas of the game. So keeping in theme of the actual game, I'm going to be attempting to build that area at the last. Let me get rid of these bounding boxes, sorry. So I'm going to be attempting the town area at the last, so that's why I kept the actual map in the middle, so that way I can actually work on the rest of the island without breaking down the map. Cool, let me get back there. Alright, I think I fully optimized this iron farm. It's working as fast as it could. I'm super happy about this, if you can't hear that from my voice. Yeah, so as soon as that redstone block moves there, it'll trigger a panic attack to all these villages, and it should spawn 4 golems. So there you go. There was 4 golems. Nice. So so I put in about 60 poppies in here in the hopper clock, so that should be around 60 minutes. So 60 seconds. So every 60 seconds you should be able to I should be able to spawn an actual 4 golems. That's altogether 4 golems every minute, so that's pretty good. I'm super happy about this. Man, this iron farm took ages to build. Not as bad as the Iron Titan, but still, it's just the villages, moving villages around. It's super hard. I guess that's also true for where's my fourth column? It's also true for the Iron Titan, but I think back in the day it was so much easier to get villages into minecarts. Now it's, I don't know what they've done with the hitboxes, but it's so hard now. Alright, let me stop talking about Iron Titan and Iron Farms altogether, because this farm is super efficient and will do the job for pretty much for the whole time being. Let me actually, oh man, I don't have enough blocks. I was gonna make a viewing platform here, but I don't think I need one. Yeah, this farm is working as intended, but what I wanted to show you guys is that I've extended the actual platform to a higher spot over there, because I've noticed iron golem spawning on the actual, okay, I got 4 columns. I've seen iron golems spawning if I were to put it over there, so that's why it's sort of raised up. Apart from that, I noticed that iron golems get caught on this ledge, but eventually they'll walk off, so I'm not really fussy about it. So that's that. Let me get back to the map, because that's the point of this episode. I want to get something done regarding the island. That's my end goal, nothing else. Everything I'm building on top here, it's just to help me build everything else in the map. Yeah, so I'll be right back. I need to actually finish my beacon. That's why I was actually farming all this iron. I think I got enough iron for a beacon. I think already I need 128 iron blocks, but so far I only have 53. But once I got enough iron blocks, I'll actually start working on my map. But till then, I'll have to wait for the actual iron farming to actually go through. Slowly and steadily making enough iron. I guess there should be enough for me for a while. But I'll cut the next clip when I actually have something to show. Be right back. Should have recorded this, but I got the achievement, Beaconator. Oh yeah, it's got the full beacon going on. I just had to put in my status effect in it. I'm gonna go for haste 2. Boom! I got the power. Alright, let's see how fast this is gonna be. No, this is gonna be around, I think, I'm not sure what the actual reach is. I need to read the wiki again, but I should be able to mine all this super fast. Oh yeah, look at that speed. Oh man, that's like butter. Woohoo, that's like butter. Let's see how fast I can mine stone. Whoa, whoa. Oh man, I forgot how good this feels. It's been a while since I used a full beacon. Yeah. I had to do a lot of mining. Trying to grow some grass as well. Let's see how that goes. Be right back. Alright, so I actually got my flying tide. I've renamed it flying tide. So this is what I really wanted to show you. By the way, I was wrong. So what you cannot have at the same time is either loyalty or riptide. And you can have riptide, loyalty with channeling, but not with riptide. So those two enchantments are incompatible with each other. Anyway, so this is what I want to show. So this is something Cupfan showed me regarding how we can use the actual channeling, riptide trident as some sort of like a way to propel yourself into the air and sort of throw ender pearl right away. So what I got on my right hand is I got an ender pearl on my right hand and left hand, and riptide on my right hand, and I'm just gonna press the the right mouse button twice. I'm gonna charge it and I'm gonna press it twice and see how far that ender pearl is gonna reach. And that's how I'm thinking of actually moving around in this island. That throw sends the ender pearl around 200 blocks. So much so, the ender pearl is right now in the unloaded chunks, and in order to load those chunks, you have to sort of fly in that direction. And here we go. I'm pretty much at the end of the other side of the island, and so I've reached around 200 blocks there, and it works the other way around as well. So the best optimal angle is around 45 degrees. I'm in the middle of filling this in, by the way. And yeah, there you go. It's like teleportation across the world. That's perfect. Oh man. All right, let me get back to it. It's done. Yay. This took so long. This guy's over there. Let's check out the map. Boom. It's a solid yellow map. So almost finished with this, and as you guys saw in the actual time lapse, I've already done it. So we decided to collect all the time lapses early in the video. That way people get to see the time lapses right away. So what you see in the in between the episodes might be dated from the beginning of the episode. Either way, yeah, so I'm trying to make the first map, so northeast that side. I think I'll show you the first map if I get a screenshot at this point. So I need to sort of plan this out. So this took way too many blocks. That's 128 by 128. So it's a big area to fill in with yellow concrete. I had to make multiple trips, and let me actually get there. I'm gonna have some leftover, obviously. Some here. Yeah. And I'm gonna need all these again, I guess, for a while, but I'll keep them around with me. Is that select touch? That is okay. All right. Let me fly there. All right. Yeah. So all this area was cleaned out for yellow terracotta. Now yellow terracotta is like 2 layers down the world surface, so that's why I had to clean up. Ooh, this is not a good area to hang out. I had to clean up like 2 layers down, and that's my beacon that I used to clean that out. Let me try to get in there. Whoop. So a lot of terracotta removed. Yeah, and this took forever. I think it's altogether like 6 or 7 shulker boxes full of stuff, or even more, maybe 12 or something like that. Anyways, in the next clip I'm gonna finish off the map. I'll be back to it. Alright, so I started building the actual puzzle itself. Looking good. Let me get out of the way. This has defined we can actually get the circle. This is because we are stuck to a 128 by 128 grade, right? So that's the best circle we can do. I'm actually making use of the actual photo from Photoshop. Let me show you guys. So this is how I'm sort of making use of Photoshop. So I have this puzzle which I took a screenshot from the game and laid out into 128 by grade, and looking good, but not really happy with how the corners is going to turn out, because the corners is going to be as defined, as curved as I could have made it. Again, this is kind of stuck to a 128 by 128 grade, so it's nothing much we can do. The curve corners are pretty much like a straight line in case if it's in a curve, but in case of outer curve, it's like defined by 1 single pixel. That'll have to do for now. Can you see it's a curve there, but it's not what I wanted. I wish I can make it twice as big, and then I have the freedom to do much more curves, but that'll take twice as much time. Wait, hold on, it's not twice, it'll be like quadruple times more. Can't even pronounce it. Alright, I'm out of actual brown terracotta, so I need to get some of them. Be right back. And it's done. Oh man, I'm so stoked about this. Look at this. It's perfect. Well, it's almost perfect. You might notice that it's actually a pixel of... What was the sound? Anyways, it's kind of like a pixel or two to the left. Two to the left, meaning that it needs to move. This whole thing needs to move 2 pixels to the right. I'm not too fussy about it, but it's actually looking good. Oh yeah. So I think I've recreated the puzzle to the teeth. Let's actually put it where it belongs. So I need to go that direction. Oh man. All right. Oh man, this took so long. Hopefully the other map puzzle is not gonna take too long, because I already had the base for it. The base actually took the longest. Figuring out Also, figuring out the grid took a while as well, and I made a few mistakes. So it's always good to sort of plan out your build before you do your build, as you guys saw earlier on the actual footage. All right, there's a bunch of zombie flesh here. All right, is there any creepers that I need to look out for? Nope. All right, so our puzzle is not gonna be a core in an item frame anymore. It's gonna be an actual map. All right, look at that. That looks good. Let's see if you can actually see the puzzle from here. Yeah, look at that. You can actually make it out. Oh man, no, I'm so proud of this. Woohoo! Yeah, let me actually bring up the actual puzzle into the and this is the actual map from the witness. It's pretty much 1-to-1. Yeah, it's exactly 1-to-1. So it looks good. I actually thought of maybe we should have all the puzzles solved instead of unsolved version of it, but it turned out I think it's better to leave the actual puzzles unsolved. That way I'm not going to spoil any solutions for the people who decide to play this map once it's out for download. And also I got some other plans for the future seasons of this Witness Minecraft series, so I'll get to that later on, but I actually want to implement a version of the panel puzzles in the game through mods, but that's in the future, far in the future. Yeah, so that's the first puzzle solved, implemented, and that's where I'm gonna leave this episode, guys. Thanks for watching, and in the next episode I'll be attempting to finish off the starting area. You see that on me. It's been a while since I've started working on this, so I need to finish it out and get this part built. Yep, so I'll see you guys in the next week episode. Bye.